There's that left hook to that body again.
And then he missed the hook upstairs. Adams does his best work on the inside.
Good body puncher, Bruce. Good body puncher, either hand.
Bones Adams pestering away at the body, then he goes upstairs. Simpson counters.
I think that Adams is just a little over-anxious in the ring, Bruce. He has the boxing skills, but he's just a little too aggressive, leaves himself open a little too often.
Low blow warning from the referee. Gil, it seems that Simpson's got to stay out of that corner.
Again, Simpson is just completely overmatched. He just has to look for that one punch, Bruce, and I doubt if we're going to see it this fight. He can't jab with Adams. He can't throw combinations with Adams. Doesn't have the head movement Adams has.
You talked about Adams' combinations. Even when he jabs, he doubles up. 20 seconds to go in round number 3. Exceptional footwork by Bones Adams. Round number 4 scheduled for 8. 16-year-old Bones Adams taking on Roy Lee Simpson. Bones Adams black trunks, Simpson in the blue trunks. At present, only 6 states allow fighters at this age to participate, and South Carolina is one of them.
Simpson just came out with a couple of real good solid punches, Bruce, to start this round. May get nailed himself, but he nailed Adams early with some good solid punches. Seems to me that Simpson's getting a little more relaxed in there. Starting to set down his punches a little more. He's not overwhelmed the way he was earlier in the fight. There's another combination by Simpson.
And as you mentioned before the fight, he may be just 4-3, but he's got 3 knockouts. Simpson content to counter.
Simpson's moving around that ring now like he's Muhammad Ali. Side to side, there he goes again.
The inside of Simpson's mouth has been bleeding since the first round.
I noticed the blood on Bones Adams' arm earlier in the fight, but it took our stage manager, Bruce, to point out the fact that Simpson was bleeding from the mouth.
It's not coming out of his mouth at all.
Just got hit with a good left jab that seemed to bother him, Simpson did.
There's a body blow by Bones Adams. Good uppercut by Bones. Adams has Simpson backpedaling almost this entire fight.
Well, especially this round. Simpson is using the entire ring, not staying in front of Adams at all. But he's not offering any offense now. There he starts throwing a sneak right hand.
And this is a big ring, Gil, 20 feet by 20 feet. Another left hook by Bones Adams. Coming into it, and the referee steps in. Standing 8 count.
Again, the referee did a good job, being that they had the standing 8 count, stepped in at exactly the right time.
Final seconds of the 4th round. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell except in the last round. with another thunderous hook as the 4th round draws to a close.
Stop the fight.
And the referee, did he stop the fight?
He stopped the fight. Well, Adams had Simpson completely outclassed, and I could see Simpson looking at the referee like he needed help, and the referee helped him out, which I think was a good, smart move on the referee's part. No sense letting this go on. Simpson was completely outclassed.
So the fight is stopped at the end of the 4th round. Simpson showed a lot of heart, though, I'll tell you that.
He certainly did. Well, he comes from Brooklyn.
That's right.
It's the damnedest water bottle I've ever seen. It don't have any water.
Just want to take a look at it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and check it. How you
So
feel?
Bones Adams
You okay? Take a look in the eye.
improves to 13-0-1. Let's watch the ref call this off right at the end, Gil. You picked it up.
Here you can see Simpson is really in trouble now. Hasn't munched off it. There's a good left hook by Adams. Uppercut, another left hook. And here the referee stops the fight right near the end of the 4th round. And you notice with all those combinations that Bones Adams landed, Simpson seemed to take the punches. Again, it goes to show you had a 16-year-old boy in with a grown man. And I think that maturity is something that we just have to wait for Bones Adams to achieve to get his full ability.
He absorbed some punishment tonight.
Took some punches, but even his best combinations, they did not knock Simpson out.
Here's a look at one of the better combinations.
Now let's take here's a good left hook right on the button by Adams. Another left hook on the side of the temple. And again, Simpson standing and looking to fight back. Couldn't get hit with a more cleaner left hook than that, Bruce, and he's still standing. Another left hook and a straight right hand. Simpson does not go down. Does that say something about Bones Adams' punching power, or is it the fact that Simpson takes a great punch?
I think a combination. Let's go up to ring announcer Jack Nathans.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee stopping the contest at the end of the 4th round. The winner by technical knockout in the blue corner, Clarence Bones Adams.
So Bones Adams, who won 47 titles as an amateur, 12 national titles, now continues on the road to becoming a champion as a professional. He's only 16 years of age. We'll be back. Clarence Bones Adams, 16 years of age. He'll be 17 next month, and when he gets to 17, a lot more states will allow him to box. Of course, in New York, he won't be able to fight until he's 18, but here he shows you some of his stuff. An awesome combination in the 4th round against Roy Lee Simpson, and the fight was stopped. Bones Adams standing by in the ring with Gil Clancy.
Congratulations, Bones. That was a very, very impressive performance. Congratulations, Dad. You know, you have as much experience as he has. He had all those amateur fights, all those pro fights. I said, you have just as much experience. You've been with him from the beginning, since he's a little kid.
He still gets shook in there, though. That's the reason we're looking for a trainer to work the corner with him.
Well, I tell you, he's very, very impressive offensive fighter. Bones, did it bother you? You hit this guy with your best shots. He never went down.
Well, no, it wasn't. I had a problem with cutting the ring off, and I need to work at it a lot more on that. And I figure I would have probably took him out around 2 rounds, and I would have had him.
Well, we thought you were by far the superior fighter in there. You hit him with every punch in the book, but somehow he managed to take the punches, and he was still standing. That surprised us. It must have surprised you a little bit.
Well, yes, it did, but, you know, if you throw the punch straight, you get more power, and I was winging them, you know, to the body, to the head. I was hurting him, but if I would have threw him straight, I think that would have helped out a whole lot, too.
Was that your idea to have him jump on Simpson in the 1st round, or did this kid do it himself?
No, first time we always filled out a fighter. I like for Bones to kind of work it on his own the 1st round and see what we can do from thereafter. But he don't shut the ring off too good.
But, you know, we heard you say that when he got back after the 1st round, so I pointed out it must have been his idea. You know, you young guys always have your own ideas. A lot of times you have to listen to the older, wiser guy. What about that?
Well, I felt, you know, real different. That's the first time I fought someone that tall, and it felt awkward. I couldn't, I don't know, I have a problem slipping the jab, too. and he kept nailing me, and I figured, well, I'm just going to have to get in and try hitting him to the body.
Well, we'll see you again shortly, Bones. I'm sure you're going to keep this winning streak going. Now let's go back to Bruce Beck at ringside. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much, Gil. So Bones Adams atones for his last visit to Charleston. It was in March, and he took on Tony Perez. They battled to a technical draw when the opponent sustained an accidental headbutt and was unable to continue. That's really been the lone scar on Bones Adams' mark. Tonight, no doubt about it, he dominated Roy Lee Simpson from the very beginning and improves to 13-0-1. Not bad for the young man from Carmi, Illinois. We'll return with more of Fight Night in just a moment.